Colts get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Herbert on first down now. This is swung out to Eckler. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Room to run past midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Herbert now. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
On first down, it's Herbert. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Steps away to his left. He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The extra point by Nagar is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing is Wentz. He'll check this one down to Taylor. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Shotgun now for Wentz. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. The ball is free. Taylor lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Wentz now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Again, it's Wentz. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big play there for Indy.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
2nd down and 7.
Throwing now is Wentz.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now Wentz on 3rd down.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Charger drive about to get going. That's complete to the former Aggie, Jay Sternberger. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On first down, Justin Herbert.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kenny Moore. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
You got three down. Don't let 89 go deep. Whatever you do, don't let 89 go deep.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Over the middle, complete. That's Hines. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Taylor. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Here's Wentz to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. On play action, Wentz. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
You definitely would like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Wentz. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. And not the prettiest kick he'll ever have as this one just does manage to stay inside the right upright and creep over the crossbar. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
After the made field goal, here's Blankenship again. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. Touchdown, L.A. Tyrell Williams, 48 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2, and they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Wentz. This to Hines on the drop-off.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He'll check this down to Hines. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down. Now Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Check. 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 Check 52.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. 30. 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Nagar now for the extra point.
And it's 21-3.
Makes the score Chargers 21, Colts 3.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again. He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Williams is going to have the first down and a little more. And finally down at the 36-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now it's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Wentz now to throw.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 39. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. So we have reached halftime, intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On 1st down, Wentz. That's going to be caught by Alley Cox. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line. Wentz gonna throw. That ball caught by Campbell. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be taken down inside Indy's 15-yard line. A big play there for L.A. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And this is hauled in by Williams for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On 2nd and 10, Wentz. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now after the sack, Wentz and the Colts, they're left looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And this Chargers offense continues to pour it on.
Extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And that will extend this big lead.
Chris Nagar set to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. To throw, it's Wentz. Looking for Campbell downfield. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, it's Wentz.
He'll drop this down to Taylor.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Wentz. Campbell making the catch. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Colts are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that will cut this lead down to 25.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, but to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they've put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Third and long, it's Herbert. Dancing to his left. Rumbling past the 30. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that 1st down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the 1st down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
Off here complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Throwing. This is caught. Doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now Wentz. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts take advantage of the turnover to put up 6.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field was, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
That would be a pretty amazing comeback. But we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. On Herbert, his third interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 23.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Wentz now on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Derwin James with a pick.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
And that's into the hands of Eckler.
And he'll be taken down inside Indy's 15-yard line. A big play there for L.A. The offense has to love that, because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Touchdown, Chargers.
Mike Williams
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown.
Extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From the 6. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big offensive